Fawujia no to baby. Prehuase. Benyame do ma hobrasiye fo wo si ahantan fo kwa. I'm talking to the wise only. Hallelujah. Onyame odoma hobrasiye fo. Be bia obesi ahantan fo kwa. King, who is that woman? Timu de friend pe. The friend ye kasa kire wo te se we a ye tufo a ompe. Jesus worship from we are see anu ani spatita. O perform now when this one.
Pese me come the enye expose mama because adwuma na me pese nkomo ye no enye no mo ye se papa no se opese se be investor or hwe se opese okoma mpani ho na mampani opese okone nchen no wose mesrewa pese me koma mpani ho na mom jisikai ade na me kohwe no on na di sika no beto ho papa na anka se mamiska ana ba bia opese me de wokono mamiska odi sika begu ho no eno na share papa no kutupa twifu ana akamfo bibi se afi oso oyede odwananum ena oto anumudwa so metimi de we amount metimi aye we amount metimi aye we amount na we na me amount no oba 20% wom sebi usuma me ahemfi a me koba sebi o ye kua na obetwa bode abreme enti me de amodwuma na omoye no we nya na cover mame owie enso san kasi so se onye mfa nkoye shopping ene ma ono so ofa iska no ti so so omoye under cover expose a we de me ankasa enye expose mame sada me hunu na mom senka o kan ye no ye ne se meji usika bi wa mfa sika na ma me nkoye ma na watua ho na bibi ehye ho ntame de me hu fa ho no ti me hu ne nwanwa bia wo we mu me hu ne nwanwa bia adwuma na akabi a wo se omoye but we pa de me hu ne nwanwa ma enda papa na ankasa nso no ye nso ne ye pese Ghana fo abrese ye nyi ne mfiri ho ti mampani ye yi ne de eye yesu dada na odi yi no na me pa de nye we ntina oyi no yesu dada na yesu se onyi no no madwuma nsoni wo kan hwe omu ntie no ebia no ntina odi yi na enye pa we pa de a we nya de ntie wo so ogina so de yi no
within no question
me ba cho ye frame ye je na by ordinary citizen hwe bi keke
now he sen kebe longer than
ana pani we de giadamude ne gya ne maye nti koro o se mesrewa pese me koma de enye expose mama because adwuma na me pese nkomo ye no enye no omo ye se papa no se opese se be investor or hwe se opese okoma mpani ho na mampani opese okone nchen no wo se mesrewa pese me koma mpani ho na mom jisikai ade na me kohwe no on na di sika no beto ho papa na anka se mamiska ana ba bia opese me de wokono mamiska odi gu na share papa no kutupa twifu ana akamfo bibi se afi oso oyede odwananum ena oto anumudwa so metimi de we amount metimi aye we amount metimi aye we amount e na me ya amount no oba 20% wom sebi usuma me ahemfi a me koba sebi o ye kua na obetwa bode abreme enti me de amodwuma na omoye no we nya na cover mame owie enso san kasi so se onye mfa nkoye shopping ene ma ono so ofa iska no ti so so omo ya under cover expose a we de me ankasa enye expose mame sada me hu no na mom senka o kan ye no ye ne se meji usika bi wa mfa sika na ma me nkoye ma na watua ho na bibi ehye ho ntame de me hu fa ho no ti me hu ne nwanwa bia wo we mu me hu ne nwanwa bia adwuma na akabi a wo se omoye but we pa de me hu ne nwanwa ma enda papa na ankasa nso no ye nso ne ye pese Ghana fo abrese ye nyi ne mfiri ho ti mampani ye yi ne de eye yesu dada na odi yi no na me pa de nye we ntina oyi no yesu dada na yesu se onyi no no madwuma nsoni wo kan hwe omu ntie no ebia no ntina odi yi na enye pa we pa de a we nya de ntie wo so ogina so de yi no
within your post.
Mepacho, your friend me AJ. Na by ordinary citizen. Baby keke.
Now we say kebe longer than time. Na said now we should know. Then na nka pese ohu ankasa.
Yeah, account for. Akoye se sebio madi bone. Ni edi mi kotum na abusuafo abasa o judge ana pani we de gi adamude ne gya ne maye. Eno na ya adamude. Nti corruption no me de we na ya gift. Ya chede. Ya chede no de chair no. Owi osan kan o se je na fa koye shopping. Sebi se wo ba me fie na wo kona yubotom ska de ma me ma ensre uska. Wo na wo de bibi che me ma. Sani ehu na ya kanfo nti e wo se yetimi define ya mamre ene abrofo amamre de ye damude ene de enya damude ene wo se ehu but me ade nwanwa bi enim emame sana me hu no
Yeah, that's it.
ya me hirawo.
I muted myself. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on which part of the world you are at the moment. I hope that you know your home year. 1 second, just setting up a few things here. Okay, yeah, I hope we are well. I hope we are well because it's night here. And most part in Europe, I believe it's night. Most part in Africa is dawn in Asia. Some parts in Asia, or possibly morning, and it is afternoon in Canada and most parts of America as well. Until baby, I will be Michia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending which part of the world are or. And you may be say you didn't come out at son. What time is it here? It is 21:55. 21:55. So it's nearly 10 p.m. here in United Kingdom. Greetings from Southwest London and this historic city to every part of the world that you are at the moment. Me pacho baswa type will be nami who said one of baswi namintimi emma in chia song kong. That is very important. Adiasa means say I wanted to do this video early this evening, but I was super busy. I have been actually super busy whole of the week. Last week as well. Yeah, last week as well. Sorry, there's a little bit of beeping sound. Pardon me when you hear it. I think my fire alarm, one of them, the battery is slightly dying out, so it keeps beeping. That will be sorted possibly tomorrow or what have you. Yes, me person you didn't come on anymore. You didn't come on anymore. Now answer me everything come on as no. Osha me title now me say politics, social misbagged. So we want to talk about social things. We want to talk about political issues as well. So we're going to start from the social issues. We will speak about political issues across the globe. We will speak a bit about Europe. There have been a lot of things that has happened within the 20, I would say within the last 24 hours in this part of the world. Big announcement by Nancy Pelosi this evening, which is, I believe, is in the afternoon or late morning in US when that announcement was made. A very, very big announcement. And we're going to talk about it. What has triggered that? Is it because of the attack that when an attacker that went into their home was managed to find the address where they live and then went there to attack the husband? Is that all of that she's thought about and thought, say, hold on, what is the point of all these? Let me just throw the towel in. Let me just give you all up. And no I trigger the resignation and I say yes. We will look into that. We will also look into the British economy, which officially is being announced today that is the British economy is in recession. It's in recession, and then the new autumn budget which has been read, there are some winners and losers in this autumn budget. We seems to be talking so much about back home, and then sometimes we don't speak about where we live. So tonight I want us to talk a bit about where we live before we say anything back home. Yeah, the if you didn't kakrebi now I'm going to play a video for us to have a look. And this video, I believe those of you in the West who live in this part of the world, it's not something rare to you. You might have come across it, you might have seen it. I've seen it several times, but normally I see adults doing it. I've not really seen children. And I saw a family, I think I was outside London about a year ago, somewhere in the Midlands, and I saw a whole family also doing the same thing. And I was amazed, and it really touched my heart. And I even said to myself, it's something I have to introduce at my home, but unfortunately, I haven't had the time to do such. And sometimes we give so much excuse about, oh, many time, but we need to try and find time to do other things to help nature. This morning, I went out very early in the morning, came back in around just before 8 a.m. And just before 8 a.m., I was just parking my car on the street. And then I saw a group of school children. I would say they might be in year 2, year 3, year 4. So if year 2, year 3, year 4, then we talking about 6, 7, 8, that kind of age group with other adults. Because at that point, I wasn't sure whether they are teachers or not, but I saw them, but I hoped so because they were in uniform and it was very wet morning, so the weather wasn't great, so some of them had overcoat. And I saw them with few males and female adults. And what these children were doing in the rain was just amazing. They were picking up letters that they believe it's been either the wind has blown it or it's been thrown on the street. School children in their neighborhood, okay, going about with their teachers. The teachers are holding the black bags, and the children are going about picking up the liters and put it in the bin. I sat in the car and watched them for about 10-15 minutes because it was a lesson to me. Say, at that young age, check in Colano, Sadiano. But your over video, no so share, mamma. You saw this time in Europe, in Ghana, they be brain that, but America for any Canadians. Munso video no na mun share na in Ghana crowd we might be able to get a few, and even in Europe some people are less sleepers like myself. So I sat there and I watched, and then I kind of compared it to Ghana. And I said to myself, no wonder, because at a very early stage, they've shaping their mind, the mindset of these children, telling them the environment ought to be looked after. We cannot go about throwing letters about. When you see a letter on the floor, pick it up. When you see plastics on the floor, pick it up. When you see things that are not to be on the floor, pick it up, and then separate the recycle from the one that it will be going to the landfill. I know they do these things in classrooms, but in the rain, being out there, parents have dropped them in the morning. And these children I'm talking about, majority of them are from middle class homes, because this is independent school. This school, for your child to go there, is about £10,000 a term. For each child, parents pay £30,000 a year in the 3 terms in a year. £30,000 a year to send their children there. Majority of parents or children from that school, parents are either investment bankers, traders in the financial world, and what have you. They are from a very, very, very rich family. Good evening to you, Fatima, and I'll say good evening to you, sir. Good evening to you, Fatima. Thanks for being here, and I hope you well. They are from a very, very, very rich homes. And these children were doing this with, you could see the joy. So I turned my camera on. I approached the teachers. I wanted the confirmation from the school that they're from, or the school that I thought they will come from, and then had a short conversation with them. So I'm going to play the video for us to have a look. Then we will talk about the mindset thing. What a great job, Liz. Fantastic work. Good morning. Hi, good morning. Are you from Thomas's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then they come out in the morning.
Every Thursday.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. Well done to you.
It's lovely.
Oh,
Green
what a
uniform.
patriotism.
I don't think I will find it.
Okay, so that is a very short video. Ghana Fobeka said sometimes you tumbra no actually is here. We are in we're going into winter very, very soon. Winter is not, it's just around the corner. 1 second. Winter is just around the corner, and because of that, everybody who have lived or have experienced the weather in the West knows how it's like that. In summer, we do get nice green around. All these beautiful trees will have their green leaves, and then it's beautifully blossom flowers and what have you, you name it. Then as the weather changes into autumn, these leaves begin to wilder and turn to kind of yellowish brownish, and then the trees begin to shed their leaves. So at the moment, our streets are littered with leaves, which the housing or the borough will send their cleaning trucks going about cleaning it and then getting rid of all these leaves. But I like the leaves on the streets anyway. Actually, it's just beautiful when I see all those brown and yellow leaves that the trees are shedding. And for you to see very early in the morning, in the rain, wet morning, cold as well, children having fun, just going about. They've actually walked roughly quarter of a mile from their school. So they just picking up latest in the school neighborhoods, setting something, building the mindset, telling the children, this is how we do it in a community that you live. No wonder, say, when children are brought up in this part of the world, they do what is right. They look after the environment because they've been taught of how to look after the environment at a very early age. They understand environmental pollution. They understand they have to work to ensure that the very environment that they live in is not degraded. They understand not to pollute the water bodies. Because it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. And they started with them at a very early age. Very early age. Somebody will argue and say, oh, but we do the same thing in Ghana. Because Ghana, they have this thing that they used to do on Saturday, something cleaning there or at schools, and they will be cleaning. I get that, but they only clean their schools. They clean just their schools. Those things that they used to do on the weekend, they only clean their gutters and what have you, like similar to the Operation Clean Your Frontage, which is being done in Accra. It shouldn't even take the Greater Accra minister to be telling you to clean your frontage. It shouldn't take him. Why? Because you're fine from collaborate. Enti a feeling anything. There is a saying, very common saying, almost say cleanliness is what is next to godliness. Enti so why you feel when they mean by godliness, no, and yes, godliness in the way you think, Godliness in the way you find solution to problems. Godliness in your political arena. Godliness in your homes. Godliness on your street. Godliness on your finances and every aspect of your life. When we live in an environment where we have so much debt, heap of debt around us, as humans, we don't even function well. You can't think properly. Personally, I don't thrive in a filthy environment. Even if my desk is dirty, I can't sit on that desk and work. My computer is dirty. I see dust on my computer. I just can't work effectively. So first thing in the morning before I sit on my PC, back in the days where I used to operate a lot more from an office environment, the first thing I will do is I'll walk in and I will clean that. I will properly scrub my desk and clean my PC. Sometimes may waste 30 minutes, 45 minutes just cleaning. Take my beans, fold it, put it here. And then I will sit down before I start to work, start to answer email or reply emails and start to make phone calls. Because Sana Nyankopon boy. So we now we very clean, very neat. You excel. You tend to then have a fresh ideas all the time coming in. There's that kind of freshness. You see many offices will even introduce a live plant where they will have plants because it breaks the toxic in the air and gives you some sort of freshness in that office. Really, Ghana is a country. Baby, be a bolasa. Upiefi ufi. Oh, batra, otra bola. The first gutter albertrano full of bola. Obi shinra. When you say ra or she, all the smoke is going into someone else's house to cause smoke damage and what have you. They don't care. And that is one of those things. When my neighbors do that when I'm in Ghana, I walk straight into their houses and I tell them, look, what are you doing? You need to turn this off. Yes, I understand that, but I won't do that to you. So don't do that to me. Yenti environment, I say, yenti I say, if you can hence, we can't think properly. We cannot think properly. We don't do things properly. There is no godliness in the things that we do. Because the fundamentals of things haven't been broken down to us right from the early age. Right from the early age. Let's watch this video. Now, share a mindset. Share a mindset. This is the only video I'm going to play. So, we came to speak about, as I said, social issues, and then we put a bit of political in it, which is still connected to the social aspect. Now, if I might end the video. No, I've played this, but let's watch this gentleman. Let's listen to him again. This video is courtesy by Kofi TV or Kofi Radio. Thanks, Kofi, for interviewing this gentleman and for us to be able to use this video as a social experiment. Thank you.
The enye expose mama because ejuma na me pese nkomo ye no enye no mo ye se papa no se opese se be investor or hwe se opese okoma mpani ho na mampani opese okone nche no wo se mesrewa pese me koma mpani ho na mom jisikai ade na me ko hwe no on na di sika no beto ho papa na anka se mamiska ana ba bia opese me de okono mamiska odi sika begu ho no eno na share papa no kutupa twifu ana kanfo e bibi se afi oso oyede odwananum ena oto anumudwa so metimi de we amount metimi aye we amount metimi aye we amount na we na meya amount no obama 20% wom sebi usuma me ahemfi a mekoba sebi o ye kua na obetwa bode abreme enti me de amodwuma na omoye no we nya na cover mame owie enso sanka si so se onye mfa nkoye shopping.
Let's pause here 1 second. Have we seen the mindset that we have? The cultural mindset. The mindset that is pulling us, is a weight pulling us back and into the progress. Or say, Osumano ahimfia yanko echinenti obi udeyenti. Actually, let's start from beginning whilst I do the commentary alongside to make it life easier.
O say mesrewa pese me koma the enye expose mama because ejuma na me pese nkomo ye no enye no mo ye se papa no se opese se be investor or hwe se opese okoma mpani ho na mampani opese okone nche no wo se mesrewa pese me koma mpani ho na mom jisikai ade na me ko hwe no on na di sika no beto ho papa na anka se mamiska ana ba bia opese me de okono mamiska odi sika begu ho no eno na share papa no kutupa twifu ana kanfo e bibi se afi oso oyede odwananum.
Okay, let's stop here first. Ono no di sika no ebeto ho wa papa na nka se maniska ampa uyo penni ye de wesi adwuma bia no ye de wesi institution bia no ye de wesi corporation bia no uye penny nkrofo aba nchen omo pe bibi nea omo pe no se wo de amom se wo mfa ma omo efedi omo si jisika ye de achew obroni obeka say no, because the service now or the man they are paid for either in wages or in salary or benefit. There is absolutely no way akwasi broni ebe Jesus kano. One shekra wo on obe reporting. And I'm confident to say akwasi broni a ankobeka kire wo say because you've attempted to bribe me, nya open crampo no onsanka, I won't be dealing with you anymore. Let me share a personal story here. A personal story. And I believe I still have the email. One day, I might post that email for somebody to see or for viewers to see. My previous company that I sold, there was a contract that through a friend connected me to. A business friend. And I'm a committee or penny or bar penny, no head the branch of that business. Now, you negotiate, you do, baby, no bizarre, me say. Everything looks great, all looks well, but or best friend say, I can make me a more discount to be. And now BB like an exclusivity deal be. And I'm catching him. So looking at the prices that I've given them, I think that is the best I could do. Having said that, if any of their members, like employees, including herself, require such personal service from us, then we are happy to do it on a discounted basis. It's not a problem. I did not even see it as a problem. The woman took offense to that. Her reply straight to me was, "No, we don't take such backhands." And I'm just, no, I don't mean it. I don't see it as a backhand. I'm happy to give a discount to your branch and your branch employees, including yourself. But your extended customers have to pay for the service in full. She said to me, no, the discount she's looking for is for her extended customers, but rather on take it backhand, not knowing she had taken offense to that. You be a meeting, no made them feel so dollars is secured documentation. I send the command in. I was hoping that all will be signed back to me, and then that's it. Either same week or the following week, we can start business with them to make progress. Only to drive back to the office for me to find an email telling me that they want to speak to my superior. I said, my superior? I'm the owner of the business. I take decisions of the business. So I got back to them and replied, and they said to me, the conversation that I had with them, to them, they saw it as trying to bribe them, trying to give them a backhand. And for that reason, they've pulled out. They won't be doing business with me. Kwesi Bruni. Kwesi Bruni. And even that, it wasn't. I was only offering a discount to her and her employees. But you see, so no Bruni drink or drink considering the she wasn't considering just herself and her employees, or drink looking at the bigger picture, or drink Nippon looking at the bigger picture, and yet to her benefit in Kwan. Me see a bibinia and they will have no issues. And I say a Africa, they will have had no issues. They will have seen it as it's fine. You've signed a contract with us, you're providing services to our customers, but we, as your contractual company, we get discounts from you. They took offense. And for this gentleman to say, when bisa usika, una uyi sika na odema womono. Edubwine should have taken offense. If you haven't worked for something and suddenly somebody comes and drop that money to you, you need to take offense to it. You need to take offense to it. Especially when you are working in a corporation and in an institution, in public office, in financial institutions, you got to be very careful. Because if you don't look after yourself, you will be stitched up. You will be stitched up. Let's take it from what this gentleman is saying. Opeso said Edubwine was stitched up. Yes, Edubwine has been stitched up because he's corrupt. Also, for being the can answer, or say, who say with their own yakron for Bonnie bien to me, my common do only penny. I'll be d. Now, quite sorry. Now, church member be a she, and say, oh, and then Mr. Mike, mentime uncle. Enti 20 pounds we ukwa fato offering bone in money. That didn't happen who says how we come for. Because you go and sell somewhere and use that money to buy food and eat. You go and sell somewhere and use that money to buy food and eat. So the years kind of 2 tables, that was where we realized a Dubois, the corrupt nature no kicked in. That is why you are saying it's a video if you see a join a numeral. Because he's corrupt. A Dubois is corrupt to the core. If you are not corrupt, no amount of money will move you when that money is shown to you. Rather, you would have turned around to show them the door and said to them, get the hell out of here. What do you take me for? Yeah, to us. But to them, it was fine. Because to them, so mindset I edited Ghana. The cultural thing.
The way amount, meet my way amount, meet my way amount. Now when I may amount, about 20% womb. Sebi sebo suma me ahemfia me koba. Sebi o ye kua na betwa body abreme.
You hear that? Sebi osuma me ahemfia me koba. Sebi uyu kuani a ubetwa body abreme. You see the culture thing. You twa body near the abedase. You twa we near the abedase. Ya chinkoko near the abedase. This is where it starts. Ya chinkosuya near the abedase. Sa. Inti Ghana ni die enye you. Until we begin to realize that part of our culture is what is pulling us back and what is destroying the very fabric of the democracy. Ghana ni die enye ye. Me see, in Semana Yekano, and the mindset thing that we've been saying, this gentleman here has summed it all up for us. He summed all it up for us. Let's continue to listen to him because he'll make you so many important points at the BIA canal.
Enti me de amodwuma na omoye no we nya na cover mame. Owie enso san kan si so se onye mfa nkoye shopping. Ene ma ono so ofa esika no.
Oboa. So who have this government institution? So we are Juma of financial institution. We are Juma of any blue chip company. We are Juma of Bebia. Nase who provide this service to somebody. Hey, Sechi, long time. Michael Sechi, long time. Who provide this service to somebody? How is Ghana, Sechi? Na service now who provide you know. Nipan yisika no or mausika as a reward for the service that you've provided. In addition, say you send Chiaoka for the service is bribery. I'm afraid it is bribery. It is bribery because they are buying their way into something. So you then even went on to tell them, say, there are other things that you can do. Meanwhile, those things will be subject to 20% cut or backhand. You see how corrupt Dubois is? And people sit there and say, oh no. No problem at all, Sachi. Yeah. No problem at all. Message me. If you don't, I believe you have my number. If you don't, inbox me and then I will give it to you. Why? Yeah. Great to have you here. So these people are corrupt. But this is exactly what we've been saying. Everything that we've been saying all along, that the Ghanaian culture of how we give gift out. Yankasa, Jaya, not Attorney General. What's his name again? Chief Justice. Yankasa, Chief Justice. In his vetting, the Bisani say, ye chawadia obeji, or say obeji. But what we don't realize, or can I say obeji, or say, ye na ye nimne, yahoo. So otie webe channel bibia obeji. But what we tend to forget, they say, Ujasadiana, Yenipa, there is absolutely no way as I'm part of you. Was any in future, and I'm one of Bush any be. Senasem ebeto and ebeto nice one. Because we are human beings. We are biased. Intina kwasi broni akase. When you are found guilty of such is bribery. Adentina you were a breacher. Police stop where or stop where Yanka say, oh Bill. Good afternoon, so stop me. J20 Ghana and 10 Ghana and equity lunch. Why don't we do that straight away here? Because Ghana police stop here. I call our cry to send near their sending. Majority of you, I said to myself, every time I go to Ghana, I will never add to that. So officer my tombra or the chemi famiko court and master famiko police station. I will not give a policeman a penny. And they get it. They get it when you explain things to them. Hey, your problem as a country, there was serious problem. You
It's almost undercover expose we the me ankasa enya expose mame sada me hu no na mom senka o kan ye no ye ne se meji usika bi wan fa sika na ma me nkoye ma na watua ho na bibi ehye ho ntame de me hu fa ho no.
You see the mindset. Because Edubwanyem bien anum anka right from the onset, they said, meju sikabi. Now one fast sikanamba, menya maono unto or no to him. He doesn't see Edubwany as corrupt. The man has corruption under his skin. It's in him. It is in him. That is the very reason why, as soon as he was given the opportunity for the corrupt part of him to come out, it came out. It came out. Hey, your mindset, no pa, a serious. Our mindset, the bia you can be said. Politicians won't be basic and be no one that sent for qua. Now they've been compromised because you basic as no more. You basic as no more.
ti me hu ne nwanwa bia e wo we mu me hu ne nwanwa bia adwuma na akabi a wo se omo ye but we pa de me de me hu ne nwanwa ma enda papa na nkasa nso no ye nso ne ye pese Ghana fo abrese ye nyi ne mfiri ho ti mampani ye yi ne de eye yesu dada na odi yi no na me pa de enye we nti na oyi no yesu dada na yesu se onyi no na omadwuma nso ani wo ka hwe omu nti no ebia no nti na odi yi na enye pa we pa de a we nya de nti e wo so ogina so de yi no
within the opposition.
me pa cho ye frame ye je na by ordinary citizen but be keke
Now we say kebe longer than time na
And I'm happy. Many Jinopa say Oboni Dion see a friend me a Jamie ordinary citizen me be keke. Oh, he's not a politician or ordinary citizen, and that is why I like it and I like his view because this tells us the Ghanaians how the ordinary citizens think. You see, the Bia Yeba Niabeka say the very leaders that we've selected, we've given mandate to, we've elected, they are the reflection of the very society we have. The very leaders we have given the mandate to are the reflection of the very society we have. Yebeka Munjindi, Yebeka Munjindi. This is the example. A J actually. Ordinary citizen of this is the mindset of the ordinary citizen. So imagine the mindset of another corrupt politician who is at the top defending Edubwai. Will have been worse. And our Chief Justice admitted it in his vetting. So Bechan Adia also Beje. Now then Abrofu Chief Justice, no judges, no lawyers, no dear. Yeah. Kromwa se kromwa zonkoko ne mponchini na ntwie wa yemfa nkonkoche wo ntoma epo nkoko na ntwie aponche biem. I can't even think of what is so chocolates. I don't know more fancy like nko mfie nkoche wo. Ghanaian lady here, actually, as I say, actually, UK, Hajia for real. It means to say, is it Hajia for real? Yes. It means Dr. Binso say, is the Mona for real or Hajia Mona or something. It didn't also. See, the biomes is some just to confuse the systems. I didn't know Hajia for real. Sisiano, the Biodano, British intelligence kukumuno yanko hwehwe police penino yanko hwehwe intelligent penino na Hajia for real ompe mponchini ingane chocolate ni abrofo no crampo de dan na omanita age ho pa hampa ni emfa nkonkoma o no munya asem ne boko no munja Hajia for real man nko ne Ghana. You see what we've done to ourselves. We see what the culture have done to us as well. Osam make a very profound statement. This Ajay, I'm not criticizing you, but I am a desa who share at the end as ordinary citizen. Now I love it because Ajay, you spoke from your heart. You spoke and you said exactly the very thing that we turn on our cameras and we talk about. Good evening to you, new foes. Please, let's share the video. The very thing that when we turn on our cameras, we speak about is exactly what you showed. So we are using your your interview as a case study. I salute you. I salute you, new folks. I salute you back, new folks. We are using, yes, so do I salute all freedom fighters. God bless them. We are using your interview as a case study. Your interview portrays the mindset of the ordinary Ghanaian. The mindset of the ordinary Ghanaian. Hence, we would use, personally, I'm going to keep this interview of yours, this video, for a long time. For a long time. Because it speaks how our thinking processes are. Let's carry on to listen to Ajay. He made a very profound statement, and I love that part.
Said now then an anchor person who ankasa.
Yeah, I come for. Akoye say Sebio.
I mean, stop war. Kofi baby the question and listen to the answer. Come and check it to heavy.
Ordinary citizen.
Now he said kebe longer than time. Na said now then an anchor person who ankasa.
Kofi Bisani said, then and now person ka wo hwehwe na unhu. Now the tie answer the babeba. Or see yen akanfo. You see the problem? Yeah, akanfo. Yeah, infantifo. Yeah, Ghana for. Yeah, ever for. Yeah, Nkran for. Yeah, Hausa for. Yeah, Dagomba for. Yeah, Krapin for. Then, as soon as we make this statement, we are now going to pick up our tribal culture and insert it into that statement to justify our actions. To justify our actions and our behaviors. Ghana, I be ye. New force, Ghana, I be ye. Please, let's share the video. Let's try and tag as many people as possible. Because sometimes, look, we turn on our cameras and then in 24 time we calling them out. Yes, sweaty, yeah, can't we, yeah, you can't you scream, you can't bokoka, you persuade, no way. But we need to realize that this is where it starts. The community, the workload, the change has to start from the community, not from the top. I guess all person utu edua bewo wani ebe enya ebewo wani ye nkaso ye tuase. So if we really want our communities to refrain from corruption, bribery, and then begin to look at things from a different perspective, with a different optical lens, we need to go down low and then begin to deal with the root cause. We need to go down low and begin to deal with the root cause. The root cause of the problems we have today of corruption, of bribery across institutions, of waste, of money disappearing, of putting Ghanaians in charge of corporations and what have you, and it doesn't work. They run it down. It's all cultural. If a shasif in collaborating, it's the mindset. You know, or see, I can for No can ya can phone we any tea the source. Mami come and check it to every few seconds. That's it.
Longer than time na said now no then na nka pese ohu ankasa
ya kanfo akoye se sebio madi bone ne ede mi kotum na abusuafo abasa o judge ana pani we de giadamude ne gya ne maye eno na ya damude nti corruption no me de we na ya gift ya chede no wo de che no owi osan kan o se je na fa koye shopping sebi se wo ba me fie na wo kona yubotom ska de ma ensre uska wo na wo di bibi che me ma.
I love it. Swati, when we are mindset, good evening to you, sis. How are you? Great to have you here. I love it. So when we mindset, I see ya can for or can for no. Or ya igbenu obeka si ya igbefo. Or ya chimnya achim cry ya kan into obeka ye crop for. Ye cry for ye user for ye northerners. Na a fade or the cultural statement, about joining the tribe. That is where we are we are. We are not say or so banifie now oko now you bottom ska now the ma ne ma ono dear on carry because when bisa usika now you bottom sika. Ask yourself, say, yetia brochiri uko kosra ubroni bi wadamfu broni. And then the family now ukwa ube you bottom sika edi amanimba. The baby say baby say what for? What is that for? Baby say what is that for? Hey, we have a long way to go. Now, Amy there said this gentleman, Ekoye, as ordinary citizen. Now, Okoko trans no share expose ibi. Na Kofi TV bomodia one initial or shemu eyimu say akwawe na dwin say until I wanted to interview this man randomly, coincidentally. And I say ube shebi your friend was saying, what do you think about me? I'll be sharing. And the very thing that we've been talking about, the mindset of Ghanaians, the reason why Ghana is not moving forward, the reason why we are where we are, the reason why corruption has engulfed the country, the reason why we are corrupt to the core. This gentleman or dissecting in our mind or breaking in our down mind. In this 3 minutes or 4 minutes interview, or breaking in down my or try and say, or try and Ghanaians, majority of Ghanaians, how we think or how they think. You know.
Sani hu na ya kanfo nti e wo se yetimi define ya mamre ene abrofo amamre de ye damude ene de enya damude
ene ta ho no o se ya kanfo nti esese yetimi define the yen ya mamre ene abrofo amamre. You see what I was talking about? Because in the Western culture, you cannot go and seek for a services and then open a bag of money and give it to an official and said, take it as a gift. Obeka Chua said, what is that for? You have disrespected me and my office. Take this money away from here before I call the police. Or possibly they'll even call the police. But to him, yaya can for yen define the yaya mamre. Yeah, amamre say, as I said, obi be chawadeɛ obi sika so sama wa wan bisa ne ntia so otimi gye. Na wo gye wie so efe na otimi trans na odwan wanu. Na wo kyerɛ no what else you can do, what other doors you can open, and even take 20% cut. Eji one yard. But I'm very happy with your genuineness. I'm super happy. Say, Eji, he's been so genuine. Now what? Say, I'm not there, say not doing. And it's the minds and the culture and the behavior. It's about 98% of Ghana for. I was here 30 point something million. It is a 98% that it's my own statistics. You can do the math yourself. Because the culture you kind for as a see timmy define yen yamamre. Yanko a chicky to ebi. Wow. Now I'm not even sure say Kofi TV nea Ejea Kano say it represents the mindset across the country, across the board.
Sani hu na ya kanfo ntia wo se yetimi define ya mamre ene abrofo amamre de ye damude ene de enya damude ene
As I say yetimi define yen ya mamre ene abrofo amamre ne ye bribery ene na efre na damude no ene ne enye bribery because ono ne de a culture say oba now with the manner obechena. And as I said, our own Chief Justice sat in his vetting and said, say, obeche, ye bisan said, asemesi becha wa there, obeche, or see, yes, obeche. And he defined it into omoche. But there is, as I said earlier, there is absolutely no way obi becha wa there. Now, imagine, say, Mande Magus, ne new force no more hay, ne meshiao, ni din komo, nam de mensashe mi bottom. Minya, me ko, J 200. Fashion. Next time, me here favor be, nasa, as I say, me frena, as so chin do bia, obe chin. Obe chin. That is why in the Western culture, send your money ye film. I'm not saying it's a gift in you, gift to all, but not on that level. There are even policies say the object gift you have to declare it. Where abrofu enim nyansa nim say nipa, you can easily be corrupted. Near the wood to be bianwa one sheni ya. No why corrupt. Never why very biased. Into him state institution or danwa. Your mouth gift as I say we declare. Even political parties in UK, Labour and Conservatives, donors which are members of the party, party ne gift, monetary gift, as I so would declare. You remember Boris Johnson, the problem started from the apart from the party gate. It started from renovation of his flat at number 10 Downing Street. The flat, according to sources, was financed by Conservative Party donor. Any bisa Boris, who financed the cost of the flat? We refer the exact amounts, but it was about 200 or 300 and some. It's thousands of pounds. Kwesi broni peso who say, Henana a mouse a bed that critica a donate sika that critica flat no. You know why? Because se wanye nhwehwemu no man hu nipa o donate sika ma no decorate sa flat no tua neka na se ekoba se uche post udin crofo ekwakwa gu your friend is saying House of Laws. And I say, you remember there was something called cash for is it cash for beverages or something? Yeah. One shouldn't hear pepe nipa or better creative flat no. Wa more corrupt. Possibilities of a man contract be and I'll be mano baby ashano and the baby ashano is great. Na Boris de Namha. Na omubisa. Almost sustaining conversation till they got to the truth to find out who financed the flat. So Boris one koye advert wa bonting. Say, asemesi black. Na be finance me flat mami. One koye advert. Wa bonting. But the person it might have happened in the conversation, and the person might have said, say, oh, okay, then I'm happy to decorate the flat. And the worst of it, we crying the personal home flat a number 10 Downing Street. I know only way. New Prime Minister or no, say or enjoy decoration. Say new Prime Minister, and if you're not Labour never enjoy that decoration. Or no point in and you're running flat. Say yen fiase amfen niaman tutu kwemu. Etise sana brofuni di niama tutu kwemu to make certain positions, certain institutions, to make rigid laws to keep them, to ensure that there should be transparency. It is a new force actual transparency on every level, no room for complacency. Absolutely. Na se ekobase obikra genuinely eyine kumem eche wowa de ana department adea ese se u declare kwesi broni nimnyansa to the point say unim nyawaye was set the tax laws in this country that are living in United Kingdom say, do you know say even a big gift of £10 you need to pay tax out of it. That is the tax law. And ask yourself, why have they set the tax laws that way? They've done it that way to make sure that when you pay taxes out of it, you will be able to tell where that money came from. So you will say a gift, Mr. £10 or £20 or £30. Hence, you pay your tax. So in future, if they have to reference where that tax was paid from, they will be able to reference where the money came from. That is the tax laws in this country. You need to pay tax even on a gift. Ghana no ye jebibia to water. Any ye diagro. Tema Edikote, good evening to you. Also, where I work, for instance, we can't accept gift, period. We get donuts or pizza as a way of saying thank you. That's it. No gift. ube de akwa koye adwuma o financial institution na okwa customers ebeba no no mu ma osika na woje abrofo hu we nyina ono set it up omo system say now o bank manager intimi nka so asamasi oba ha da bia o a nice customer to me enti no uhia creditor loan I buy oh I know him, he's been a customer that no I endorse no amount. Almost setting everything computerized. You sit there, you put the information on the computer computer then decide whether you are entitled to the loan or not. No human involvement. Nipa biya yini wafim. And tisikani the man Mr. K. Na Mr. K and tuyesikana. It doesn't matter the friendship Mr. K have with the bank manager. Bank manager no onye bonibia. Onye bonibia. It's simple as that. But instead of saying you best start it, I share this kind of culture. How do we counter it? What do we do to try to resolve it? Let us begin to bring technology, things that will help counter this culture. Good evening to you, Ras. Ras me unso wabaso o unchiami insu me hun. Ras Kotoka. Share the video for me, please. Na yefi asiye edi nyema tutu akwanu yefi asiye si anya ne sadia ende nya ejei eka wa hei sa na debi ebeba and nya edubu ahe eji sika oji yei sa na debia ombeji he enye edubu ahe nkwa na eji oh from the okpo chichi to the last messenger on the floor, cleaners, securities, you name it. Oh, Jubilee House or now one teacher you say Gabi Krabi Huna, they say Utueska. Now if you say Sikana Utu and be a Kogabio, it be a ya arrangements man edge for them to book an appointment to Omoji. We've set up a system which gives room for so much corruption. Even some of our policies, the policies itself gives room for people to be corrupt. The typical example, I'm going to give you a typical example. If you want to apply for your passport, Krumha from Ghana High Commission, now fellow forms nina bibiana the passport nekwa. The system ena mandem maguze hano. Or see even headmasters also take some. Yes, they do. Mebaho the reason why you see PTA no. This current Akufo-Addo administration say PTA no free no because apparently some schools were milking headmasters and headmistresses. They were milking parents with the PTA. With the PTA. They were milking parents with the PTA. So who apply passport now? Omo days be. Na system na selecting the amount almost day we and I was become passport. Oh, what about I need my passport earlier? Almost if you need earlier, you need to pick up the phone and call them and see, or you need to call every day, or you need to look on the system actually every day to see say if there are any cancellations, then you'll be able to move yours forward, change your days. What about there are no cancellations? The Bible adio brony system ni kwesi bibini so kwesi brony system ni yi kwamra bibini inso system. And manually no you need to do that. Having said that, there is a day me refi which day it is. But Obio Yejuma or Ghana High Commissioner Bia will vouch for me because I had issues with them and I dragged these issues with them. There is a day. That day is set for the members. It's set for the members of employees. Sorry, it's set for the employees of the Ghana High Commission for no say that is the only day. It's prioritized for them. They can apply for their passport or their family passport. Why? Why have you dedicated a whole day in a week or in a month? And I would the employees of a commissioner and their family said they can use that as a priority to apply for their passport. Now look at where the loophole is. In case you need your passport very early and there is no appointment because it's fully booked, so the system have given you a later date. What you then have to do is there is no priority service. I asked them, how come you guys don't have priority service? Because Obi apply ordinary, not 100 me the example. I've forgotten what the exact figures are. £100 are. If you want it early, it's a walk-in service. You come with all the documentations and same day service or next day service express, you pay $250. And says it will go into government coffers. And people will be desperate, or sometimes people are desperate, so they will pay for these services. They will pay for these services, and the money will go into government coffers. We don't have a priority service at Ghana High Commissioner in UK, so I believe across the board in the diaspora. Hence, the employees at Ghana High Commissioner say, "Unimobi through connection na ukoko huna no ayeden onune priority day na asset is set for the employees as a priority no what turn the slot through the back door, not the amount. No way to ya a lot of money. There is this lawyer in North London. Mekase me ba be expose you. Mekase I will come and expose them. There is this lawyer in North London who is an agent. Onuna omuma okuku hunu. No processing in the aba. No within that day no ya processing bibia no majo 2 times the money. No omune lawyer no Ghana ni lawyer be no machisi kanedi. You see how we've left the system open to corruption. We've left the system open to corruption. Kwesi broni so enim nyansenti. Kwesi broni nim say, if I leave my systems like this, possibility say nipa be boyfriend aye corrupt is great. Hence, why ye ordinary service, why ye walk-in service, different charge. Ordinary service £100, walk-in service it be £200. Same day service it be £300. Express service it be £150. So they have all the services there, and then they've done it in a way say that it can give room for us to employ more people. So it brings their unemployment down, and to say nipa 5 na some form in passport of office honoma. Now they need 10 people because they have people working in, there are people requiring same day service, express service, what have you, and they charging them more money. Into nipa normal form, the system pays for itself. The system pays for itself. Good evening to you, Baraki Sukwade. How was your birthday? And good evening to you, Eno Abdomasa. Thank you. Thanks for being here. tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Freedom fighters. So, your giant system, Patricia, I'm reading your message. The $10 Wawa gift. Interesting. So, your giant system ni open. Inti system ni ejani open no. A B and a J account him. Patromum yentie a J video no baku biem. Yentie asama a J kae, which is the mindset of 98%. That is my own stats. 98% of Ghanaians on the very reason why the corrupt systems no ejina baby ejina no.
The enye expose mama because ejuma na me pese nkomo ye no enye no omo ye. Se papa no se opese se be investor or hwe se opese okoma mpani ho. Na mampani opese okone nche no. Wo se mesrewa pese me koma mpani ho. Na mom jisikai ade na me kohwe no on na di sika no beto ho. Papa na anka se mamiska ana ba bia opese me de wo no mamiska odi sika begu ho no. Eno na share papa no kutupa twifu ana akamfo e bibi se afi o so ye de odwananum ena oto anumudwa so metimi de we amount metimi aye we amount metimi aye we amount na we na me amount no oba 20% wom sebi usuma me ahemfi a me koba sebi o ye kua na obetwa bode abreme enti me de amodwuma na omoye no we nya na cover mame owie enso sanka si so se onye mfa nkoye shopping and a man so far is cano. Tis almost some way undercover expose we dear me ankasa and yes expose mame. Sana me huno. Na mum senka o kan and way say me juicy kabi one fasicana ma men koyam mount na watia hona na bibi a shaho. Tell me the dear me who fa hono. Timmy hunning one way be a woe. Me hunning one way be a jumana akabi. I was say or more. But we pa de media me hu ne nwanwa and papa na nkasa nso no ye nso ne ye pese Ghana fo abrese ye nyi ne free ho ti mampani ye yi ne de ye yesu dada na odi yi no na me pa de nye we ntina o yi no yesu dada na yesu se onyi no no madwuma nso ni wo ka hwe omu nti no e bia no ntina odi yi na nye pa we pa de a we nya de nti e wo so ogina so de yi no
within your opposition
me ba cho ye frame ye je na by ordinary citizen.
Now he said longer than time na said now then an anka person who ankasa.
Yeah, account for akoye se sebio madi bone near de mikotum na busuafo abas o judge ana pani we de giadamude ne ja ne maye. Eno na ya damude nti corruption no me de we na ya gift. Ya chede no de chair no. Owi osan kan o se je na fa koye shopping sebi se wo ba me fie na wo kona yu botom ska de ma ensre uska wo na wo de bibi che me ma sa na ehu na ya kanfo ntia wo se yetimi define ya mamre ene abrofo amamre de ye damude ene de enya damude ene wo se ehu but me ade nwanwa bi enim emame sa na me hu no
okay
that's it ya me shirawo
there's something important in here that I've just picked up again. The more I orchestra, the more you begin to even get a lot more reflection of what he's talking about. Or see, I kind for as you see a timid defining yang yamamre any abrofo amamre. Okay. Inti ye akanfo ye wo akanfo constitution na as I say ye define ya kan for constitution na. Good evening to you, Sheila Ama Joe Adanson. Sheila is serious oh. Sheila your problem oh. Inti see ya akanfo yi. As I see no as I see a timid define yang yamamre ni define abrofo amamre. Having said that, Abrofo democracy book any akwakofa any the ababeto yen akanfo ame na say before amem any di bu oman. Having said na yedi bu oman nso no yen amamra nso ni sa book nso nko. It's a mismatch. So how do you do? How do you practice the democracy? It's impossible. I hope I'm making sense. Please, somebody should tell me here if I'm making sense. No, Sheila, am I making sense? Barukisu, New Force, am I making sense here? Or see, I can't fall. As I see a timmy defining yen yamamre. Near defining abrofone so amamre. I get that. I get him. Okay. You're defining amamre, you're defining abrofone amamre. Separate. But yes, yeah, at the same time, yes, you practice democracy. Abrofono book. No, my mamre omudegu book mu. And the yako fast ha amamre no obronini chrome book no ne dia ba beto bi ye before ye chrome. And yes, yeah, this book no. And ye hweso abu man no. But ekobase bibi koto chiman so a yes there be yen define ye before amamre. Yen define abrofo so there and before no as I see ye way democracy ana. Good evening to you, Senior Ras. Senior Rastrike is in the house. Senior Yensu Ebusiafo Ginechiao. That is the question, Barikisu. Why are they using the white laws? Because yenina yenituya. Yeko election petition no. Omo kokoti from the black book, omo ba all the way England. Ebe fact this is bia abrofune di wahanom yusuno as a precedent to set Jen Mensa the EC chain free. Omo this squashy the whole petition. Sameboa. Enti adentina enadie obia Jessica na the person in abrofo amamre mono is corruption. What I say beside and I won't be sir. Once you've taken the money, you are corrupt. And you even went further to explain to them what else you can do for them to pay you 20% out of it. Because all along, corruption, scheming, you were just waiting for the opportunity. So as soon as the opportunity presented itself, you won't lose. You went running with it. So I don't buy these people like AJ, which unfortunately, majority of Ghanaians, this is the mindset. Say, yeah, I can fall. Then be so out the mammy amaje, including even our own Chief Justice. Because our own Chief Justice have sat on television, national television, and made a statement say, Uchana be obeje. And it's vetting. How do we start and where do we start? How do we start and where do we start? This tells us no wonder 60 how many years now? 1957 independence, 1960 we became republic. That is, we begin to look after our own affairs and what have you. And we are in 2022. And still, we've gone to our IMF how many times? This time, Yakobi Mane 17 times. So if you do a calculation that every time we go to IMF, it takes us within 2 to 3 years, sometimes 4 years in the IMF program, and then you multiply our independence, okay? You multiply 4 years, or let's do an average of 3 years each IMF times 17, it gives you 51. It tells you for 51 years out of the 60 something that we have, Ghana, our economy is being run and dictated to by IMF. When I find an average of 3 years old, I know say a bro. Yenyashi, yenko baby ya, yejina baby yejina, usu abro bo, utim no team. A grobi kran yedi, usu abro bo. Because of mindsets like this. Because of mindsets like this. She video yi, abrofo no show mo, o de abrofo mano, ewa. Very early morning. So, okay, that is another batch. Very early morning, abrofo kolai, age between 5, 6, and 7. In so tall. In Kolaya making omufi working class homes. So these are middle class and upper class children. The school, no, mamintro, obeha me be said teacher, no, say, is that the school? Say school, no, a honomna, the future king of England, Prince William, Neba, George, the school, no, Thomas's Battersea. They have Thomas's Battersea, Thomas's Clapham, and Thomas's Fulham. The top independent or we call it prep school or preparatory school, or one of the top in UK. A term, 1 term or 1 year, utuya about 30,000 for each child school fees. A term is about 10,000. Now, a sikafo, upper class, aristocrats, middle class, and ma. Obroni titin omono, namunsu ni manope esisa letter. The mindset, they are building the children mindset. Share video, no. Listen to the video, please. What a great job, man. Fantastic work. Good morning. Hi, good morning. Are you from Thomas's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then they come out in the morning.
Every Thursday.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. Well done to you.
It's lovely.
Oh,
Really
what a
beautiful.
patriotism.
I don't think I will find it.
Okay, Abrofono. So Abrofono here. So Abrofono. Early in the morning. Sankola we omu fi esika 4 pa teacher 4 pa mawo. Or see, teacher no confirm you. Or see, every Thursday morning, parents need to be good school them. Now, for the first 1 hour, omuni school ni mo, where I saw them, they have actually moved about quarter a mile from the school because I'm close to the school, but not that close. And I was parking on the street because I went out in the morning, as I said. Until me parking ya na me hu na me say wow. In so to, unso mo show mo raincoat. And the actual say you need to go around the neighborhood. Omo peke later na be far. Me fie animu ha. Echo the other side of the street. To say echo around the block on the other side. And the school. It takes them an hour every Thursday morning, rain or shine, fixing and building the mindset of Kwesi Brunimba. And I said, so they know, they understand. It's built into them. No wonder wow, it's so clean. Yensu yenye guha. And the yeka ya kanfo. Ya kanfo. As you see, yetimi chere ya mamre from Kwesi Bruni amamre. Nansu yeni amamra yedi bumai. Yaka kofa Kwesi Bruni di yedi bu. Edu hono munso na se ye peke sisibi nso a ne asan Kwesi Bruni krom ne akofa mo black book ne asan tumu omo law cases set president ni asan de abedi ye but do corruption pe ni de obi be ko prisoner ye akanfo ye akanfo sankwa ene de nam we don't shape the mindset maka aka you see how the Western culture shapes the mindset of the children. Thank you, Barakisu. This morning, I thought, when I saw them, I pulled my camera out. I didn't just record them privately. I spoke to the teacher. They saw me recording, and I'm allowed to because why? They were in the public space. They were not in closure of the school. If they were inside the school, I would have been breaching laws. They were in the public space. Once you are in the public space, anybody can pick up a camera and record your activity. And the teacher was happy to explain to me, yes, we do this every Thursday morning. And this was before 8 a.m. Their lessons start at half past 8. So 7:30, they've started collecting this later because baby, they've gone through almost halfway and on the round to by 8:15, 8:20, they might be at school, clean themselves, get themselves ready. Oma kwabontin, oma kwa later, oma be clean your home. They feel refreshed, they've had fresh air, and then their academic activity starts. Just yenso die. Yenso die. Totally different mindset. Enti ye dua koko a ye nimu so mfa so ye twagu. Efie kra yesi no ye nimu so mfa so ye tu efie na se etwi good. Na ebugu yeso. Now, another trend be a Ghana school. Every Friday, be a majority of the school entertainers day. The school one no mo sa ko bu omo pa. School kola bon jom sasa me ko Ghana. School be bear me. School be bear me. Friday be and jom so na me say the school Friday be and jom fi anopa ko si anwumre aden. Omu entertainment Friday be entertainment day into Obako school Friday on suade oko sasa oko budi pasa afia no pako si anwumre no abefi Ghana school. That is the trend now. Into be home social media student no she school tade no mo sa no mu buo mu no because every Friday oh no musuano. Absolutely. On that new Forsica, I see in Ghana, the culture is rich kids don't pick rubbish or litter. A broochery, a sikafo man crampone, a yes and yamano, ye adoy, ye charitable things. So, ye niyama, they live low. Messi, San Colana mihu majority of them, their parents are multi-millionaires and billionaires. Not in dollars or in cedis or in pounds. In pounds. I'm telling you. In pounds. But Chris said tribalism is exposing some Ghanaians. Yeah. It will keep exposing them. It will keep exposing them. Because we can't live in a world where people think this is my tribe. Hence, I'm faithful to that tribe. I protect that tribe. That tribe near so proud. Say anybody else is inferior. That is rubbish. That is absolutely rubbish. Thank God for tribes. Thank God for cultures. Thank God for dialects. Thank God for all these things. But when all these things, we use them well and we bring it together, we end up having one rich culture. One rich culture. One rich culture. What makes you superior than the other? What makes you kanfo than awanfo? What makes you better akanfo than northerners or dagomba for mampusi for nkanfo? What makes you better? This is the problems we have. And it's a big problem. And they pride hunkwa. The pride empty. Pride hunkwa. Out of that, ask them what did they have? When they throw their weight around, they talk big, they say, ask them, what makes you better than me? It's a simple question. They have nothing to show for. Nothing to show for. Come on, we've seen certain tribes. We've seen certain tribes. We are one people. Until we realize that we are one people and then begin to mellow, pump our brakes and begin to work together. The country is retrogressing. The country is retrogressing. Minerals are sound. Minerals are sound. I watched the King of Dubai, an interview of the King of Dubai, who the something Al Maktoum, no, who started the whole process of turning when Dubai was nothing, and then they found oil, and then he thought one day this oil will finish. Hence, let's use the wealth, the income, the resource from the oil to build a city like an open museum. That's how I called Dubai. Anyway, I called Holland as well, Amsterdam as an open museum. It's a lovely city to visit. And every time I go to Amsterdam, I like it. And oh, Sheila said she also watched it. Oh, that's beautiful. And then when he started it, he wanted to achieve all this in 50 years. So when he sat down with the Americans or the Westerners and trying to plan how the resource from the minerals, how it should go into the country, building infrastructures and setting up world-class health system, setting up world-class education, setting up world-class piloting school. Do you know that the best piloting school or training now is Emirates? It's Emirates. They have the best piloting school. Pilots from all over the world goes there. It is a boarding house. You stay there. It's the standards there. The facilities. Oh, breathtaking. Breathtaking. And the king spoke, and his vision was too big and too wild to the point that the Westerners ask, why do you want to achieve all this now? And the profound statement I took from the interview was, listen to him. He said, I'm paraphrasing, why not now? Why can't my people have all this now? Why later? And the subject matter was my people. My people. That is why Steve Harvey said, money don't build things. It's vision that builds things. And for you to be able to achieve that, you need to have love. Ghana is what it is because we have no love for the country. There's no patriotism because we haven't been taught. Children don't just grow up and become patriotic. It doesn't happen. Children don't just grow up at home and they love their mom and dad. Haven't you seen children who have grown up and they've killed their parents, they've killed mom, they've killed dad? Haven't you witnessed and seen children who have grown up in their homes and there are no role models? They don't respect the mom, they don't respect the dad. It's common. But there is a way to go around it. It's the same thing, same style, and yet they build a country. You wake up in the morning, you see your daughter, your son, you say good morning to them. You hug them. Sometimes I will, as big as the person is, I'll even lift you from the bed. And I'll do a countdown for you. You know how children are. You wake them up, they're stretching a little bit, they do that. And I say, okay, by the count of 5, you need to be here and I'll give you a hug. If you don't get here, you don't get your hug. And you do 1 and you stretching it. 2 and you stretching it. And then you go 4 and you stretch it 4. Then you see them running and then they up from the bed. And they come and hug you. It's beautiful. You set that role, you become that role model, you set the standards. I was amazed one day when I heard my daughter made a very profound statement telling the mother that if I grow up, I want to marry somebody like that. And I thought, huh? And the mother said, why? Then she said, because I want to have all the nice things. And I was proud of that. I thought, whoa, you're doing something good. For your daughter to see you as a role model and then to say, I want my husband to be like my dad, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for your son to see you. And that is why, because you've given them affectionate. You're giving them love. You're showing them love. You're showing the family love. They're seeing it. In the same way, our governments should be doing to the country. You give them love. Show the country love. Even in times of difficulties, show the country love. The very love that Nkrumah showed to Ghana, that Nkrumah died penniless. Ask yourself, when the MPs, when the majority started their rebelling against the finance minister and held a press conference, and the government called them, and then suddenly it's almost 12 midnight. I will be stopping shortly. 12 midnight UK time, and I believe it's Ghana time as well. Yeah, which is the Greenwich Meridian time. And they went to see the president, and the president started paying them, or the government started paying them their bad lots of money. Did you see how when they were questioning at Good Morning Ghana, they were happy, and he was laughing? Hey, yeah, they were delayed, but they've been paid. Ask yourself, if they have love, they will have said, yes, we've been paid, but we will take some. We want you to hold back some of that money rather to pay the NAPCO people now. Keep on musika for 6 months, 7 months now. Muntuya omono. Mude mun yusu says can be kutuya. And Ghanaians, we will have seen that this is love. This is what we call love. They have no love for you guys. They took their money. They've gone to their homes to go and spend it with their wife and children. Naku ubewu kombekun sa obeshe and form they only think about their families and their families only. There's no love. Intina Africa ni namwa. Unyana or why violent. Majority of us. Because the pain, the anger, the places we've come from, the environmental impact, now the government impact, the hardship, it has defined us and changed us. Hey, there's no love. Because they are not showing us love, we are not showing them love back. The leaders are not showing us love. Hence, Ghanaians are not showing them love back. Why do you think, say, after all these years, our President Rawlings, in blessed memories, ex-President Rawlings, in blessed memories, obedi abanwie a okoye no mpamcho munyina mun share video no, this video na mun tag you, it has to get to the heart of them. You share it thereafter. I finish the live. Just let it go. Among all our presidents, Rawlings bedi aban all these years we Rawlings nam Nkrumah na Ghana for Bojeneso, na Ghana for Tojomano, na Ghana for Bonusi. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Because he showed the country love. Yes, he did certain things which were not great. Look, was it Harry? Harry, yeah. Harry. Prince Harry, I mean. Prince Harry now, your interview, time or war Afghanistan, or see, You need to take a life to protect a life when he was in the army. Sometimes in life and in the army, you need to take a life to protect a life. And that is what he did. Of course, they are too greedy to show love. Absolutely too greedy to show love. Greedy. And it always goes back, it boils back down to the whole culture thing again. Goes back to that culture thing again. Kwesi H. Barnes, was Buju Banton arrested by the US authorities similar to Anas Principle? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, Buju Banton. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. He's Buju Banton is around now. Okay, you watch it. Also, there are times when the only way to get the story is to do something that is contrary to the laws of the country. Contrary to the laws of the country. Bear with me 1 second. Ooh, it disappears. He was set up and okay, and then he fell in it. Okay. Contrary to the laws of the country, watch the FBI files. Anas deserve protection. Of course, Anas deserve protection. FBI files. When you watch FBI files set criminal gangs up. They infiltrate them. They do all sorts of things. They set what do you call it? Snitches to go in and be part of them. And then at the end of it, they will even change your name. They will change your identity and move you away from the very region that you live in. We've left Anas so exposed. Now even the court case between him and Kwesi Nyantakyi, they asking that the Supreme Court is asking for him to appear unmasked. 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 Democracy, African Star. Judging, African Star. Everything is done African Star. But when you need the truth, they would then jump the African Star and come to the West to come and pull a black book and then pick certain things from it. Of course, Sheila. Of course, Sheila. The very day Anas will unmask for the public to see and the judiciary to see, he signed his death warrant. He signed his death warrant. Even from the sources, the last expose Mushoye, according to Kweku Bato's test on social media, this expose, the film was stolen and sold to a politician. And I know who that politician is, because the politician, according to Kweku Bako, was sitting on his radio station boasting. And I remember that interview, politician saying that, oh, I've got all the videos and I saved the NPP because Anas set the NPP up. The things Anas was going to bring out, that will have brought down the NPP. Only after all these years for them to realize that there were even some backup copies somewhere that they didn't realize it. So they thought, let's release it now. That is why some people are saying they owe that man pay. Some who here owe that man who pay. Owe that man who pay. Ghana for. So Ghana for. Sometimes Ghana phony B. Ghana phony B. Ghana phony B. Until you me buy. Na me pese me highlight yen culture no. Inyeme bi a yayama sesia no yehu ni se eye norm into obi a onye bone, and how our culture fight against the results we want and the democracy we're looking for and the rule of law. And me, I just wanted to take my time, use this AJ interview, take it down, break it down, and do the analysis for all of us to see how our cultural practices, our account for kind of word na yet kind of fights against the very good things, the core foundations of democracy, the core foundation of the rule of law, the core foundation of having a very astute people in our public offices. That is why corruption is galore in the country. That is why we are now damaging our own environment without even having a second thought. That is why we can mortgage our resources 20-25 years ahead. Yes, our mortgage now of the resources. No, give yourself the next 25 years. Na hwese sankrofo ni na no mu obi ase omom nti huiche omom anu eso nsuo no na omawuko no mawuko because you see a crowd from God committee or to one you see. So what was that as well? Was that games? And I say now a combination is so at the committee or to one you see. Yeah, Ghana and some who. Now, if this guy can sit at the committee for this long, and then you have him as your finance minister, how is he able to deal with the figures and sit in meetings and negotiate? Because sometimes our finance ministers here in the West and our presidents and our prime minister, sometimes they cut their holidays short and they fly back. Sometimes they have Cobra meetings, emergency Cobra meetings. They have to sit in those meetings 7-8 hours to get answers for the public. You see how they are mortgaging. But said that is why they are destroying the country. Of course, they don't care. They don't care. Oh, thanks, Crazy H Bands. I'll look. I've got the link. Yeah. Oh, it was a BBC one. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look. Thank you. They don't care. Anyway, as I said, Miniano, Bacho Midin di Kofi Asante Mpare, and as a Fifi Asante Mpare. Medamasi, Semunina, Mobet joining me, and you may, Mama Grona de. Yeah, Mama Grona de. Adia asked Sawahanya Sanka, I will have put a code out and you guys could join the video as well. But I believe Sheila and Barikisu, they are Americans and the Canadians. It's afternoon for them, probably going into early evening. And over here is almost morning now. It's 4 minutes to midnight. So I'll call it a night and I'll go and rest it. And thank you. Video also, those of you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Barikisu, all of you freedom fighters, also click my notification and ensure that when I go live, you come and support. In the same way, when you guys also go live, I come and support, and then we all share among ourselves. Because in that scriptures kind or say a human is soon, and so a powerful is so. The work is so big, but the workers are only few. So we all have to join forces and try and see whether we'll be able to get the result that we're looking for. God bless you all and have a good night. Thank you and bye now.